Hi, I'm Kayla Buchanan and welcome to Around the Region. Coming up on tonight's show, a former Discovery Channel host tells us why we should be concerned about prion diseases in our region, and I meet a group of ladies in Maidstone who are helping to improve the quality of life for local patients. But first, we're at 4-Wing Cold Lake to honor the men and women of our Air Force. In March of 2011, with the situation in Libya getting increasingly more violent, NATO began Operation Unified Protector to end military threats and attacks against Libyan civilians. Operation Mobile was our country's response to the crisis, and by the successful conclusion of Operation Unified Protector, 222 days after it began, over 2,000 members of our Canadian forces had served overseas.
Currently, I'm just the squadron logistics officer with 1 Air Maintenance Squadron. So basically, I take care of all logistics and administration at the squadron. So things such as I take care of the supply techs who order supplies, getting parts for the airplanes, as well. A big part of my job is the financial aspect, the budget of the squadron, as well as the administration. A lot of paperwork goes with such a large squadron. It was a very similar job, except of course I was deployed, so I was in charge of those, again, the supply techs, making sure we got the parts from Canada to Italy so that our aircraft can fly. As well, I did a lot of the liaison with the host unit, the Italians, as well liaised with the British, ensuring that logistics support was all around between the different nations.
I'm the aircraft maintenance officer at second line support, so we're in charge of all the bigger maintenance that we have to do for the aircraft. So the first line, like the flying squadrons, they do all the servicing and the smaller maintenance tasks. At the air maintenance squadron where I work, we make sure that everything, like the bigger parts of the maintenance, is done. I was there for only 2 months. I was deployed as a technical assistance visit to be the A4 mate officer, so that's doing the liaison for all the air detachments back home. The days were pretty long, maybe not as long as the guys that were doing the actual maintenance on the aircraft, but it was making sure that they had all the tools and all the parts to be able to make the jets fly.
My mission in Trapani, Sicily last year was to supervise all the second line support for the CF-18 operations. So I was essentially in charge of all the support sections on the wing to aid the first line technicians and keeping the aircraft flying.
Our forces worked with NATO allies to successfully conduct air-to-air operations, support mid-air refueling, and patrol the shores of Libya.
It was actually an already established Italian Air Force base, and we just basically took a corner of that base that they were not using and used that for our base of operations. It was different, but it was good. The Italians were very great people, and the British, with Canadians, we work with them a lot. So that was great as well.
Long and hot. It was basically a 14-hour day every day, and sitting around 40, 42 degrees every day. So we were trying to cope with the heat, and at the same time we were very busy, so we weren't sitting around all day and passing the time. We actually kept very busy, but basically dealing with the heat and being tired at the end of every day was an issue for us, and we had a long drive back to where we were staying at the end of every day, so which was stressful in itself, driving in Sicily. So
it's amazing how back home, yes, we all work together, but it is different when you're over there. Everybody has a focus, the same mission. We need to get these aircrafts going, so we need to make sure that the parts get where they have to be.
To a great extent, I was very focused on my job. I had a lot of responsibilities that were handed to me from my chain of command in Sicily that would free up other personnel to manage their specific jobs. And beyond that, I was concerned about my family back in Canada, so just their welfare. I was fairly well looked after where I was working, so it wasn't my own personal welfare I was concerned about.
It was a fairly safe area. Yeah, we were in Trapani in Sicily, so we were fairly far from the action. So I felt fairly safe, except for all the large ammunitions that were around.
The role our forces played in Libya was significant, and many members at 4 Wing volunteered to go over as part of the operation.
I was really proud. I actually did volunteer. It was supposed to originally be only a 3 weeks technical assistance visit, TAV. It ended up being for 2 months, but I loved it.
I knew my squadron was going. Originally, they weren't going to send a squadron logistics officer from my squadron at the time. So I was surprised when they asked me to go. Of course, once they asked, I was more than willing to go.
As well as experience, the troops were also able to bring back some good memories.
The people, yes, the long hours, but we are in Italy, so the food was amazing. I cannot say something else than that. But the people that we met, and everybody just joined together and make it happen.
Basically, driving in Sicily was insane. The people, they have the different traffic laws than North America, and we drive for an hour each way every day, and it was white-knuckle driving the entire time, and so we'd take turns driving because we couldn't handle the stress.
I can only imagine, and when we return, we'll hear the rest of the story, including the successful conclusion of Operation Unified Protector. Please stay with us.